Here's how to build and replicate any N8N AI agent in one click using Claude. So you can see, for example, here we actually screenshotted the workflow we wanted to replicate. Then we created the JSON inside Claude. I'll show you how in a second. If we paste that into N8N, you can see that has come out perfectly. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Now I just discovered how to build N8N AI agents in seconds using Claude. So you can basically take a screenshot of any N8N workflow. I'm going to show you exactly how to build up a custom built project like you can see right here. So you'll get basically awesome copy-paste JSON that instantly creates the entire automation. Setting up your custom N8N project. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up Claude with the custom built instructions like you can see right here. You'll learn the exact prompt template that makes Claude an N8N expert basically instantly, and I'll show you how to replicate any workflow with just a screenshot, even adding custom modules. And you'll get the free resource I created so you can steal this entire system from me. So I'm going to show you how to basically get Claude to create and copy almost any template you can find. So basically, what Claude can now do using this process I'll show you is very specific, and I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to set it up. It can now create agents like you can see right here that basically copy and paste, and then you can paste those directly into N8N, right? So as an example, this is one I actually built earlier, and if you want to build this out yourself, let me show you how. So we'll just delete that. And this agent is custom trained on N8N's documentation to be able to build and copy paste N8N templates, right? Creating and replicating workflows. So for example, I actually took a screenshot of this N8N workflow that I wanted to replicate. Then I said recreate this workflow. And if we copy this information right here and then paste it directly into N8N, you can see that it basically creates a really simple workflow based on our screenshot, right? So this was the original screenshot and this is the whole workflow. And you can see it's even added the same sticky notes inside the workflow, so we can easily just copy paste and replicate any N8N workflow using this custom trained Claude project. Here's another example. So if we grab this one, let's copy this. And then you can see this is one that you can easily build out. And yeah, it's a simple but powerful workflow. All right, I want to show you another one as well. So if we say, for example, create an AI voice agent for N8N inside the N8N JSON builder, it's now going to start coding that out, right? So you can see it's thinking about it, and it can basically produce like copy paste, JSON code, right? Advanced customization and examples. So the way this works is we've actually got this custom trained prompt over here. I'll put it inside the AI Profit Boardroom, so you can get the prompt if you want to just steal this stuff from me. But basically, we said you are an N8N expert N8N workflow generator. Your job is to create fully functional N8N workflow JSON that can be directly pasted into N8N to create working automations. JSON should be complete, valid, ready to use, blah, blah, blah. Then we've included instructions on how to do that, what to set up, etc., the output format, and the goal that is directly inside the project details of this agent. Right now, what you can also see here is that we've attached information on the JSON cheat sheet for N8N and also a bunch of other N8N templates that it can learn from, right? The way that this works is, let's take, for example, this information right here. Basically has documentation on exactly how to build out AI agents. Now I've attached that all inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So you can just upload this knowledge if you want to. Essentially, to set this up, if you want to create a new project inside Claude that can build stuff like this, you just click on projects in the left-hand side. Then you're going to click on new project. From here, create project. And then from here, you're going to name your project, right? So for example, Claude N8N Assistant, right? We'll create that project. Like then from here inside the project knowledge, we're going to upload from a device. And I'm going to take that information that's inside the AI Profit Boardroom and just upload that. So what I also like to do is just upload a few N8N template projects. So I've actually got some of those inside the AI Profit Boardroom. But if you want to see an example of how I do it, we can type in JSON here, scroll down, get the web scraper agent that I've previously done, grab the appointment setter agent, upload those, and we're good to go. All right, now if we go back inside here and let's say we want to replicate this particular agent, we can just take a screenshot of any N8N workflow that we want to replicate. Then we're going to go back into Claude and using the project and the project knowledge we set up, we'll paste in that screenshot and we'll say replicate this into a JSON format for N8N. Crypto White Hat just tipped $5. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. And Nicholas says, this is scary. Reminds me of malware. I think you're referring to the MCPS I showed earlier. if that's the case, yeah, just use that stuff at your own risk. But you do need to be careful what you install. I show this stuff as a guinea pig, but obviously you do need to be careful in terms of what you build, how you build it, what you install it, etc. And that's down to you and what you want to do. But I take the risk for you. Now, we're going to wait for this to load. And you can see it's basically building out the JSON format, right? Which is pretty cool because then you can copy and paste this stuff directly into N8N. So we're waiting for that to load right now. And then do is just copy and paste that in, right? So for example, this is the original template we took a screenshot of. As you can see inside Claude, here's the screenshot. And then if we go to overview, we'll leave without saving that. We'll create a new workflow. And then all we're going to do is take this information, like copy it, paste in that information, and boom, shakalaka, we've got the AI agent fully replicated, right? All right, so we got the outbound dial, the structured output parser, the open AI chat. You saw the original a second ago, which is this screenshot right here. And this is the workflow automation that's created, right? Nice and simple. We could say as well, if we just want to add an extra option to that, we could say, okay, add a Google Sheets node to this too, so I can output the agent workflows to Sheets, whatever. And let's say you want to add an extra module to your N8N template, but you don't want to add it manually. You can get Claude to put out the JSON. Now, one thing I want to say right here is this has worked beautifully this time around. So you can see that automation is actually awesome. Like, it looks really good. I don't want to BS you though, because sometimes it doesn't go that well. And if that's the case, you just need to tidy up. But what I will say is that typically it will give you the 80-20, right? So it will give you like the 80-20 of the format, and then you just need to make a few changes before you finally go live and test out. But in terms of adding the modules, setting it all up, etc., it is quite easy to set up with this Claude AI assistant. And if you're wondering how do you set up, you create a new project, you insert the custom instructions from the AI Profit Boardroom, you upload the knowledge inside the resources section, as you can see down here, and then from there, you are good to go with your N8N agent. And what I'd recommend is that you don't necessarily describe what you want. Instead, what I'd recommend is that you actually take a screenshot of what you want and then replicate it that way. That seems to work a lot better, right? Because then it's got a visual understanding of what you want, right? So if we have a look, this is the new workflow from N8N, the Claude assistant, and then you can see here it's taken exactly the same workflow, but this time it's added the Google Sheet module as we requested, right? So we've just literally copied and pasted that in. It's taken the Google Sheet section, like you can see that's all plugged in, ready to go. And then we just need to map this out and connect it to a Google Sheet. But essentially, that's how you can set up the whole process. Really easy to just copy, paste, and replicate almost anything that you want. If we go back to N8N over here, all right, and then inside N8N, we're just going to go to templates and find like a template that we could actually set up as an example. Then we're going to take this template, like we'll copy that image as you can see. Then we're going to go back to Claude, start a new chat inside the project section. So let's find the N8N assistant, that in, and then we'll say recreate this. And literally, I would say in about 60 seconds, you're going to have your full JSON ready to go. Now you might need to say in your instructions as well, just recreate this in JSON for N8N, etc. That's essentially it, right? Just going to go back to the original JSON builder. So here we go in, and then it's going straight into JSON as you can see, right? So it saves a lot of time, automates, replicates, copies, and pastes for you. And to be honest, like what you could even do is you could link this to something like the MCP browser agent. So I've got browser MCP there. I could go inside Claude, and I could say create that JSON file inside the project section, and then go to N8N and paste it in as a new workflow. You could probably fully automate that if you wanted to. I'm not going to do that in this video, but I just want to give you some ideas of what you could build, etc. So if we just copy this JSON format from the JSON builder, then we're going to go over to N8N, we'll paste that in, and there we go. Crazy thing as well is if you actually compare them side by side. So this is the original, and this is the version that we created. This version actually looks a lot neater and nicer, right? Super neat. It's super tidy. It's got nice sticky notes there as well. The automation is fully linked together as well. And it was so easy to build that just using this custom N8N project builder. Now, it actually took me a few hours to figure this stuff out. But essentially, if you want to just steal it from me, take the custom instructions, take the custom knowledge inside the AI Profit Boardroom, link in the comments description, and then you can just grab this stuff from me. The other idea that I had as well was that what you can actually do is you could go to N8N JSON Builder. Like you can see, you can go to Claude projects, then go to new project, type in all the details you want, right? And then we can actually take the official N8N docs from GitHub and load that as knowledge inside Claude, right? So if we click on the plus sign under project knowledge over here, then we'll click on link, hit the copy and pastable GitHub URL, paste that in, and then you can select which official documents from N8N GitHub you want to custom train that project on, right? And then you're probably going to get even better outputs because you're using the official documentation from N8N to build out your copy and paste machine, right? But either way, you can now get your AI agents to build other AI agents and replicate any N8N workflow that you want in a copy and pastable format. And it's completely free. It's crazy, so feel free to get all my notes inside the AI Success Lab if you want to steal this stuff from me. Again, you really do need the knowledge, so you need to download that, make sure you've got that plugged in as well, and that is free inside the AI Success Lab. If you want support and help and you want an amazing community of people all interested in scaling and growing their business with AI, including using N8N automations, then feel free to get the AI Profit Boardroom. This is an awesome community where you get DM support, you get weekly Q&A calls, you get a community you can post in and ask questions to, and there's 584 serious entrepreneurs trying to scale their business with AI. Feel free to get together.